Welcome to the stables. Today I'd like to give you a tour so that you can learn about the different important areas at the farm that we use with our horses. So follow me and I'll give you a tour. This is where the magic happens. This is called the stables or the barn where the horses live. Each horse has its own bedroom. So follow me and I'll show you their box stalls. This is my friend Xander and this is his box stall or his bedroom. You always want to make sure that the gate is securely closed and that you have a nice safe gate. Come on in with me and I'll show you the box stall. Hi Xander. Inside the box stall you have shavings, clean shavings on the ground to keep your horse comfortable. You'll have a water trough in the corner for clean water. Over here we have a grain bucket so that you could feed your horse grain, an area for his hay that he eats mostly, and a salt block so that he can eat some salt if he needs it. And there's a beautiful window and a beautiful view so he can put his head out, see the other horses and the sunshine.
Whoa.
So come with me and I'll show you where we get our horses ready for riding. We call this the grooming area. Before we go, we're going to make sure the gate is safely closed to keep our horse safe. This is the grooming area, also known as the cross ties, where we can get our horse ready, where we can prepare our horse safely. We can brush him, pick his feet, and put the saddle and bridle on. Follow me and I will show you the tack room. The tack room is the area where we keep all the important things for our horse. This is where we keep our saddles and our bridles and our girths and our saddle pads. Each horse has his own bridle, girth, and saddle so that we can use them when we go horse riding. We also keep our brushes in here and any important things that we might need for our horse. We call this the wash rack or the shower area. After you ride, if your horse is sweaty, you can tie him here in the cross ties and give him a warm bath. Make sure the water is not too warm and you'll start at his feet and work your way up. We can also use this area before you ride. If your horse is really dirty, we can rinse off their legs or get them ready for horse riding. This is the tack trunk area where each rider can keep their personal things. The tack trunk inside, usually we keep our helmets, our boots, and any personal things for our horse, extra cookies and brushes and lead ropes and things like that. This is our grain room area where we keep important medications and vitamins for each of our horses, along with special grains. So if you look in here, we'll have some pellets and some equine senior and different grains for different horses, just like people that might need different vitamins. Hey, you found me. This is called the hay barn. Here is where we store our hay. We have alfalfa hay and grass hays. And we want the hay barn to be an area that is dry and clean. So we don't want any rats and we don't want any moisture, which might cause moldy hay. So this is called the hay barn. We also have in our hay barn an area where we store our shavings for the horses, for the stalls, as well as some extra grain. This is called the Eurosizer. We're so lucky at our farm to have a covered Eurosizer, so when there's rain, horses can still get exercise. There's sand footing, and we can put 6 horses on here and they can go for a walk about 20 minutes one direction, and then we change directions and we go 20 minutes in the other direction. Let me show you how this works. We push start, and here we have a horse in the Eurosizer, and it's a wonderful way for the horses to get some exercise before we ride them or on a rainy day when the arenas are closed. Here's our friend Hampton going for a little walk. After you've prepared your horse in the cross ties, it's time to ride. This is called the Dressage arena. It's 20 meters by 60 meters. It's an Olympic dressage court where people work on the flat in this arena. Walk, trot, canter, and other ballet moves to work on the horse's balance. And it's a beautiful arena here to work on the flat. This is the polo field. The polo field is where people play polo. It's a really fun sport. We only use it to walk on across to go to our jumping arena. So follow me and I'll take you to the jump arena. And this is our second arena. We call this the jumping arena. In the jumping arena, we can work our horses at the walk, trot, and canter, and circles, and on their balance, as well as over poles, small jumps that we call cavalettes, and bigger jumps as well, as the rider and horse become more advanced. Remember, even Olympic riders jumping the very big jumps in competition spend about 80% of the time on flat work and little jumps, which we call cavalettes and poles. At our stables, we also have miles and miles of groomed trails. Trail riding is a wonderful way for the horse and rider to relax and enjoy beautiful nature. At our barn, we try to go at least a couple times a week out on the trails before or after we ride in the arena. Some farms also have cross-country fields or galloping tracks. And this is what we call the pasture area for our horses, ponies, and even our donkey friends. Grass pastures are so wonderful for your horse to be able to relax, eat grass, act like a normal horse, play with their friends, get some sunshine, and really just enjoy themselves and relax. If at all possible, make sure your horse or pony friend has some time each day out in a pasture or field. And this is our break room. Most barns and stables have an area where riders can relax and rest, a restroom, and a fridge where you can get water. We have a coffee maker. We have a microwave in case you wanted to heat up your lunch. Remember, riders are athletes. You burn a lot of calories at the barn taking care of your horse and riding your horse. Around 350 calories an hour. The same amount of calories as you'd be burning if you were going for a slow run. So be sure you hydrate, take a break, restrooms, shower if you need to shower before you leave. Most barns have a nice break room for you to enjoy. I hope you enjoyed the tour of our stables and that you learned some new vocabulary. We'll see you next time.